Okay, y'all, let's jump right in. We just going straight forward tonight. Here's the deal. I want to talk about a taboo topic that I hear. It often comes up in so many settings that I'm in. It's this word called performance. And I did a simple Google search on when someone says you're performing instead of being genuine. This is something that I've thought about for a long time, for some years now, and I really wanted to kind of like just have a conversation around it and about it and just see what you guys think and to come from a different perspective when it comes to performing. So I definitely want my call center folks to tune in on this one. If you don't know, I've had 29 years in call center experience. In July 31st is going to be 30 years of call center experience. One of the reasons I bring that up because call center is based on heavily performance. That's the whole driver in call center, performance. So a person who works in call center is used to performing, but what I'm about to break down is different. When I say performing, meaning metrics, measurements, that's our stats. But what I'm going to talk about here too is it often is speaking about how like your personality is concealed. And for me, y'all, this is my moment of truth. A lot of people know me. Yes, I am popular. Come get me, leave me some comments, blow this jank up if I'm up here telling any lie about who I am, because y'all know who I am, and I've always been the same type of person that I am in any environment. I'm the type of person, if I give you a compliment or I say something to you, I mean it. I'm not just saying it just to be saying it. I'm the same way in the grocery store when nobody's around, nobody don't know me, and I'm sitting here talking to people. I will tell a stranger that I like the way that they look, I like their hair, I like their shoes, I like their, whatever it is, their hat, it could be anything. I like your shoestrings. I'm just going to tell you, I'm just a genuine person. So the definition said, when someone says you're performing instead of being genuine, they mean that you are putting on an act or presenting a carefully crafted image of yourself, rather than openly expressing your true thoughts, feelings, and personality. Essentially, you're not being authentic and you are trying to appear a certain way to impress others, often out of fear of judgment or a desire to be liked. And this is really the one here too. So it says key points about performing is it can feel staged or overly calculated. It may involve carefully choosing words and actions to create a specific impression, and also often driven by a desire to fit in or be accepted. I will be the first to admit I have struggled with people pleasing. I have. Lord knows I have. And but honestly, contrary to what the facts may be, I've always still been my genuine self. I am that way. However I am is how I am. This is Kalila live in effect. I'm about to put this on every platform. If I'm fake, if I'm phony, if I ain't the type, if y'all know me not to be the type to talk and say, hey, you look good and you this, and I've always been the type that tried to do the right thing in life. I'm not just putting on just because I'm in a certain setting around a certain group of people. No, I'm the way that I am. I don't know. I'm not trying to say like I'm perfect, and I'm saying no, but honestly, I've always tried to do the right things in life. If I have ever acted a fool, and when I do act a fool, people know that I can act a fool. But anybody who know me will tell you, Kalila, that Kalila always been a peacemaker. Kalila is the type, she ain't gonna do that. Now, will Kalila get you straight? Oh, that's a whole, now talk about that. That's a whole nother story, but that's past life. But I'm just, now okay. Someone please call 911. Okay, now that, yes, but like me, also, let me explain this to you too. My degree, my college degree, my undergrad degree is in communications, major in communications, minor with a concentration on, not a minor, major communications with concentration on advocacy, public relations, advocacy, and persuasion. I can't believe it took me that long to get out. And my minor was public administration. I love public relations. That's a part of who I am. I'm real big on image, but not that I'm ever putting up a facade. I'm not, listen, this doesn't go to my head because this is who God made me to be. So when I say that I'm popular, I'm only saying this to tell y'all, if I'm up here lying or if I'm up here being any way than who I am, y'all, they gonna tell y'all. They gonna say it. You know, this is cancel culture. People gonna come forth and say some. Listen, I did everything else everybody did. I'm talking about as far as, you know, growing up in life, hanging out, going to some parties and stuff like that. But anybody will tell you, Kalila has always had class. Even since a little girl child, I always, you know, carried myself a certain way. I was always big on, I'm an open book, but I'm also a private person. But anyway, so I wanted to come up here too. I want to explain too, when we get in certain environments and we might talk and move a certain way in a setting, and it sounds like we're performing, but I'm here to advocate. And I've also been in a position for the last 10 years where advocacy is a real big part of something. But I'm a customer service girl too, 29 going on 30 years. So advocacy is a big thing. So, but we're used to performing. So what I'm trying to say is we're coming from another angle. We don't mean to be that way. We might sound like we're being ingenuine, and I'm not a competitive person. A couple of my bosses can tell you that I'm not. I don't, girl, child, they can have it. God has blessed me. I will perform well. I know healthy competition is not bad, but y'all, I'm sorry, it's the area I got to get strong in, but I'm just not competitive because God just had always blessed me, and I've always operated in my own lane, and I never tried to go and swerve in other people's name. Again, be live in effect. Put it in the comments if I'm not telling the truth. I've always been the way that I am. I'm not saying I'm not trying to say I'm one of those people saying, oh, the way I am is right and I don't want to change. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm talking about as far as being genuine, right? I've always been helpful. I will always come in any environment and try to help. I will always come in any environment, be friendly. I will always walk in any room. Listen, it's who I am. It's the personality God made me to be. So understand that I'm not performing. I'm not. My personality is one that's, maybe I could tone my personality down. Let's say that, right? In certain settings, right? I need to, tone it down or, turn it down, but I'm not being genuine. I'm being genuine. So my point was to going back to call center. We live in a performance-based environment. Can you imagine? Again, July 31st will be 30 years I worked in a performance environment, right? Sales, marketing, customer service, fraud, advocacy, office of the CEO and president, escalations. I work in a high performance environment. So by coming in an environment, right, or I'm advocating for call center folks. Not only call center, it could be other people, but I can speak to call center because that's what I'm in. We're not performing, y'all. We just come from a high performing environment, and that was the culture. So we come across as we're performing. We're not trying to perform. It's all we know. It's the culture that we come from, right? And it may be a little too flamboyant for some other cultures, and that's why everybody can't do sales. Everybody is not a good salesperson. Everybody can't sell. Everybody can't do customer service. Sales, customer service, all that stuff, it is a performance-based environment. And a lot of times when these people come to any setting or any project, come to work on any project or join any team, it may look like that they're performing, but we come from a culture. So our challenge this year is, how can we find a balance in that? Because we do have to respect different environments and different cultures, different things work in different spaces. So our challenge is this year, we got to figure it out, y'all. How can we come in environments and show up as our best self, but make sure that we're going to be ourselves, but we just want to tone it down, or I don't know what the word is to say or figure it out, that we can make sure that we're appearing genuine and not performing. But I promise y'all, like I said, all right, follow my YouTube channel at The Kalila Connection. Follow me on X at Kingdom_Chick, and follow me on TikTok at Connected_2_Divine. And Saturday night, y'all have a good night later. Bye.